I think if I look at one of the misconceptions, and I quite want to bump off on your last point in terms of, yeah, all of a sudden your partner is, they lost their job, they're no longer working. Then my question comes, daai wat hulle gesê het, deur dik en dun. Deur
Yes.
dik en dun, en nou is dit by die dik stuk. And are you willing to stay through that? There's a lot of um, ups and downs, because finances is, I think, one of the things that
Yes.
breaks up a lot of families. And are you able to go through that journey? Are you able to work through it together? You need to ask yourself these kind of questions. And I mean, these are conversations that my husband and I had way before we had, like, ons het 'n Excel spreadsheet gehad met wat ons, like, you literally, we went down through all of this. If this had to happen, how would it be? Of course, we didn't plan for things like interest rates and all of the things
Yes.
that's happening in the economy. But I mean, you dive a bit into all these things that you think could potentially happen based on
Yes.
conversations that we had with people that were married, and you look into that as well as individuals. So these misconceptions that we have, that everything is going to be honky dory. So as they duck in, dan gebeur, ek wil vandag vra, like, will you be there? Will you stay through it? Will you find ways to kind of navigate through that journey? And it's very important for a woman. That's why they say a praying family is, you need to
A family that prays together
stays
stays together.
together. So those are the misconceptions where people are like, we can, whatever happens, we will still be together. And but when it actually happens and you're part of that journey, things can change.
True.
So it's important to understand that marriage is something that I feel, me personally, that it's a constant thing. It's something, constant work. You need to work constantly on it. Again, important point that you mentioned, there's changes every year.
Yeah.
What you liked of your partner 10 years ago, 11 years ago, or 5 years ago, it might be different now. I picked up a little bit of, not much. I would love to pick up weight, but I have a bit of fat around my tummy, and my husband loves me perfectly just like that. And it'll be like, I love that so much. So, all these things that in my mind, I would think that, oh my goodness, Shawan would, yes, like, I'm really, but
You're
he
judging
loves
yourself.
me effortlessly. So yeah, I think it's important to understand those dynamics in marriages as well as a whole. So that's basically what I think, Show, and I hope our audience, you guys tune in and give us your take on this.
I'm sure they can resonate with what we're currently saying. And I think the most important thing here is to remember there's no right or wrong. It's all about
Mm,
how you feel personally. One of the things that I've been thinking about, and I know we have a lot to say about, lots of people have opinions about
yes.
what you could do to keep your marriage vibrant, to keep your spark in your
Mm,
relationship alive. And I think this specifically stands out with marriage, because, or in marriage, because when life happens in marriage, you do forget. I mean, if I
mm,
think about myself, I'm tired consistently. My husband works often. So we have to find each other, which means we have to put in extra
mm,
effort
mm,
to be there for each other.
mm.
So, can you let me know what it is that you would do, or what is it that you would want to do for your partner to ensure that keeping the spark alive in your
Mm.
marriage?
Look, we're all not perfect, and like I said, it's you learn every single day, and we make mistakes. We are not sitting here in front of this camera and saying that, oh, everything is perfect and rosy, but we learn, and that's the best part, learning, going through the journey. So just keeping that spark alive, I'd say, is going the extra mile and really making the time. Like you've mentioned, you need to effortlessly do it and make the time, make moments special, create special moments. We still do date night, and even if it's not going out to a specific restaurant,
Yeah.
um, but really trying to connect with each other on a level where we kind of shut down. My husband has this thing, and it's simple. Sometimes he would be, walking out of the shower, getting down or whatever, and he'd ask me simple questions like, so what is your favorite color now that you like, this version of yourself? And at first I was like, this is weird, but he just wanted to reconnect, because what we had back then years ago when we were dating is a lot different now. You grow and you outgrow certain things. So
Exactly.
keeping the spark alive is really connecting with each other and finding ourselves again in the busy schedules that we have, and life is busy on its own in itself. So I think just connecting. For me, it's really connecting and being intentional about that connection.